Peace, Grand Rising, good morning. How are you? Welcome. Here we go. Day 28 of a 60-day journey of healing, transformation, and self-discovery. This is about you. This is about me. This is about us, collectively but individually. We are on our own path. And that's what troubles a lot of people. Why ain't these people thinking like I'm thinking? Why they don't see what I see? They're not meant to hear. They're not meant here to be here to see what you see. That's why you're here. We take so many things so personal. How come these people ain't reading and know what's going on? Their hero's journey, they may be at the very beginning of their hero's journey of life itself. You know what I mean? And here you are. You may be so far up the road. Forget about age. I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about in your wisdom, in your travels, in your incarnations here. How many times you've been here to do this, to get this right or whatever. So when we talk about grace, I had to learn that because I was taking everything personally. When I'm studying and you're not, I see this, you don't. And see, you're brilliant to those who are so-called below you, but you're a dunce to those who are above you. And so a reference point of what it is that you and I know must be kept in perspective. Because the more I know, the more I realize I do not know. But I'm in my space on my journey, and we're trying to help each other along the way so that if I've been through something, perhaps the experience that I've been through and I've laid down what I learned from it could help you, or maybe it won't help you because the circumstances regarding it are different. All right, so let's keep that in perspective as we continue on this hero's journey. Day 28. And day 28 says, who needs to forgive you? Silence in the room today. Who needs to forgive you? Who have you hurt? Who have you caused harm to? Who have you disrespected? Who have you stole from? Who have you embarrassed? Who have you let down? Who have you abandoned? Right? These are the questions that, if we're going to be honest, we have, because this healing thing and this thing goes both ways, guys. This thing, when we talk about forgiving and forgetting, and it's never just a one-way street, right? Owning your mistakes is part of becoming whole, as I mentioned in the last one. Keep that in mind. Owning your mistakes is a part of your growth, all right? Who do you think needs your apology or accountability? Who do you think needs your apology or accountability? Be honest. Be honest, right? It's an ongoing joke. Women don't ever apologize. They can't say sorry. They never seem to think they've done anything wrong or want to be held accountable. But in reality, we all do, right? In reality, I can look back and say, yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong based on my temperament, perhaps the way I approached something, or just not having the courtesy to think about the other person's feelings or situation that they were in. All of this stuff matters, right? We can't expect healing or respect or expect other people to think about us and we don't think about other people. I face my past with honesty and grace. Honesty and grace is how you face your past. And we have ourselves on this hero's journey to reapproach situations that, we would like a do-over. You ever been in a situation when you would just like a do-over? And I'm not talking about even long relationships. I'm talking about just, man, the way I dealt with that. I could have dealt with that better. I left that person worse than I found that person. And my mission is always to leave you off better than I found you, and not necessarily found you, but in our encounter. I want you to walk away from our encounter, no matter how long or short, feeling better. Definitely not feeling worse. Where have you caused harm, intentionally or not, in other people's lives? Remember, this is all self-reflection. You don't answer these things out loud. The real power is sitting with yourself, right? The real power is sitting with yourself and going, yeah, damn, you know? What emotions come up when you think of asking for forgiveness? Do you feel weak when you ask somebody to forgive you? Because when you ask for forgiveness, you are subconsciously admitting you were wrong about something or that you harmed somebody, right? And so what emotions are triggered when that happens? What does accountability mean for you now as opposed to then? How much have you really grown to where accountability is everything for me? It's everything. Be accountable. Be held accountable. I want to be held accountable as a father, a husband, an uncle, a friend, a mentor, if that's what it is. I want to be held to the highest that I feel I can bear. But I expect the same in return, right? Forgiveness flows both ways. Taking responsibility doesn't shrink you. It shows how much you've grown, right? So it don't shrink you. Sometimes it may feel like it's shrinking you. It's just showing how much you've grown, how far you've come on this journey, how far you've come as a man or woman, how far you've come in life. That's what it really boils down to. Healing also asks us to look at where we've caused that pain, right? I need to heal the places I've caused this pain. Did I cause it in your heart? Did I bodily harm you? Did I cause it in your soul? Psychologically, did I play games with you that caused you pain? All right, so it's not from shame, but from maturity, right? Who have you hurt along the way? Maybe someone you love, maybe yourself. Accountability is love in action. It says, I value you enough to make it right. Damn, I value you enough to make this right. And once I ask for forgiveness or I present that, now it's on you. Remember, this is about you releasing that. How they receive it, maybe they're not ready to forgive. It's really irrelevant at that point because I have come humbled enough to put myself in a position to release that energy and recognize that I should be held, accountable. All right? So write honestly about what you wish you could say, even if it's only to your journal. Sometimes forgiveness begins with an apology we give ourselves. So when you write it down in the journal, just be honest about that. Responsibility doesn't diminish you, it deepens your integrity. Responsibility deepens your integrity. Okay? I speak a lot about integrity here, and integrity simply is what you're doing or what you would do when nobody is around watching, right? When nobody's around and you can put your hand in the cookie jar, just metaphorically speaking, and you said you was gonna take one cookie, but you took 3, right? And you lied about it. That's lack of integrity. Can I put my wallet down and go take a shower knowing that all my money is there when I come back? Little small things like that. Growth means owning the full story, the hurt you've endured and the hurt you've caused, and choosing to heal both. I'm going to say that again. Growth means owning the full story, the hurt you've endured and the hurt you've caused, and choosing to heal both. Because healing one side and not the other, sort of counterproductive. So a level of maturity knows, damn, I need to heal both, right? I need to add to this a certain value, right? And as always, what are you thankful for today? What are you truly thankful for? What are you giving grace to today? Or who are you giving grace to today? You know who that person is. You're going to go, you know what? Not today. I'm going to give you a pass today, right? And as always, I like to end these with live, learn, laugh, and love, the 4 L's. I love you, and I truly, truly hope that you love yourself more than anything else in this world, because love is going to be that foundation which enables us to build the empire that we want to build, right? We have to build it on something truly, truly solid. And with that being said, peace. I will see you for day 29.